Hello, my name is Curtis Porterfield. I'm a biologist with Polk County Parks and Natural Resources. What you're looking at here is a bald cypress. We also have a pond cypress trees in Florida. These trees range throughout southeastern United States, so Texas, Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana, and up through the Carolinas. They're predominantly found in wet, marshy systems, so you can see them on riverbanks or on the edges of lakes or in wetland systems such as this. They are very well adapted to wet conditions. If you'll notice here, we have what's called a female conelet. These cones or conelets house the seed of the tree, and these seeds will drop into the water, and the water will transport them to wet soil conditions. The seed cannot actually germinate in the water, but once it reaches damp soil, it will embed, and then it can sprout. These trees are what are called monoecious trees, so they do have both female and male reproductive parts to them. It looks like a long drupe containing many small little balls, which is actually the pollen. So this cone is the female part. It does have pollen associated with it too. Like I say, these guys grow in wet conditions. Often if you look at the base of the tree, you'll see these modified root structures growing up. They look like little knobbly woody knees. They're called cypress knees. The biological function hasn't really been 100% determined, but it is believed that they're used for aeration. So what they'll do is they'll pull oxygen from the air. They can grow above the water, and that adapts these trees, people believe, a lot better to these wet conditions. They are old trees. They've been in Florida as a species for over 5,000 years. This is a relatively young tree. They can live for hundreds of years, and some of the larger cypress trees have been known to be over 1,500 years old. Now you see very green, feathery leaves. These leaves are in bloom, but these conifers, cone-bearing trees, are kind of unique because most conifers are called evergreens, which mean the leaves or the needles stay green like this. In this case, these leaves will actually go brown and die and drop off. So depending on when you see these during the year, they can look like this, nice and green. They can look very brown, or you may not see any leaves or what we call needles on them at all, and they'll look dead, but they're actually not dead. They're deciduous trees that have just dropped their leaves. These provide excellent habitat for waterfowl. Wood ducks can use them, barred owls can use them, and limpkins and wood storks tend to perch in them along lake edges or in wetland systems such as this. One last thing about a cypress tree, it is known as a gymnosperm. There's two kinds of trees and plants, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Gymnosperms are the cone-bearing ones, which means the seed actually grows in a cone, whereas an angiosperm actually has a flower and the seed is contained in an ovule, and those plants actually have a flower. A tree example of an angiosperm would be an oak tree, and this is a good example of a gymnosperm.